Hello everyone. Welcome. If you can hear me, just let me know. I had to change a little bit on my microphone, some configurations. So if you can hear me, please just leave a like or just comment down below so I can see it. Let me actually try to see if I can hear myself so we can follow along with our live stream. Let's see configurations. So if you can hear me, please just okay. Oh, I can hear myself. Maybe a little bit too low, but let me know if you guys want me to raise the volume or something along those lines. Um, anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome. Glad to have you here. As we wait and people start joining right now, welcome Mort. Welcome Merman. Good to have you guys here. This week was a very, very weird week for Ethereum. Ethereum going very high, or at least having a very high movement, both on the upside and on the downside. Incredible movement. A couple of days I was a little bit scared that it was going to reach my strike for my calls that I sold, but then it just tanked. It just went all the way down. So right now we're looking at Ethereum at 1535. And just yesterday it was above 1650. So you can see how much it fell in a single day. Like it just big red candle pushing down. So other than that, how was your week? I'm gonna show you my my past week so we can talk about that a little bit. I did make that live trading right here, but I also did a short strangle, which is when you sell a call and a put at two, like you create kind of like a range of options, a range for the asset to stay inside that range, and if it stays, you pretty much are profitable. So what it ended up happening is that it was profitable, and since it was very, very much leveraged because it was on sync quote, we are testing the new margin mode. Not so new because I mentioned it a couple of times. We've been trying to test it and pretty much test everything to see if there's something wrong with it, and it's been doing great. So the news that I have is that by the end of February we should open access for everyone. Other than that, with that strangle, I've made 5%. I'm gonna show you that in this stream. I also opened another strangle today, short strangle. So I'm gonna show you that, how it is going, what are the strikes for it, and then we're gonna do our usual options here on Lira. So other than that, let me see right now if I can share my screen. Hello, Sleep Moneymaker. I'm glad to have you here. So if we go to this, this one right here. There we go. So first things first, you can see right under the webcam, you guys have your chat, so you guys can I can read you a little bit better this way because I'm looking at OBS right now, and you also see yourselves there, which I think is kind of cool. A little bit like Twitch. If you guys follow any Twitch streamers, they tend to have the chat this way. So I find it interesting as well. I was able to make it today. So we're gonna always good to upgrade our live stream. You know, the quality of our streams. So other than that, let's take a look at how Ethereum is doing. As I said, the very big red candle yesterday, Ethereum was suffering. I'm not gonna stay here and speculate why Ethereum was up or down. This is not our job to do. So If you have any ideas why, or any ideas that other people already don't think why it is, then you can just leave it down below. But other than that, let me show you the portfolio. Let me actually connect to a wallet right here. Yes, already connected. For this week, we got our premium. We got the 26%, which is the position that I didn't get in last Friday. I didn't get into this position last Friday because it wasn't a good entry point, but I ended up getting into it Monday, I think. Maybe Sleep Moneymaker can let me know when I got in. We talked about it. Actually, we can see it right here. I opened it 4 days ago. So yeah, Tuesday is when I opened it, and I collected 26.25, which in if we calculate the collateral is gonna be the premium. Excuse me, 26.25. We'll divide this by 1600. 1.64%. Amazing yield, amazing yield. And if we go right here to Synquote, you can see this is the strangle that I have right now. It is a 1350 put and a 1650 call. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Let me just show you the positions right here. The strangle, again, 2 February 10th options, 1800 call and a 1450 put. So one side gave me 116 and the other side gave me 26 and 61. So what is good about this is that from the amount of leverage, because you can see here I had seven contracts and here 4, so I had 11 contracts in total, but it was very much leveraged. So I had only about almost 3K in collateral. So my yield was very high on this one. Very good yield, just because we on Synquote can trade very out of the money calls and puts. So very good for us. As I said, right now I have these two. I do believe that the range is fair. Also, Sleep Moneymaker is gonna be, Sleep Moneymaker is gonna be letting us know the range for this week, the range that Ethereum that he calculated for this week, and we're gonna go from that. We're gonna go from there for our weekly options. Another thing that you notice is that it says Arbitrum right here. If you're wondering why, is because also Sleep Moneymaker, he noticed that the premiums on Arbitrum were way juicier. Way juicier. There's way more people on Arbitrum than on Optimism for these options. So now that Lira is also on Arbitrum, there's a lot of people migrating over there. They're offering incentives. They're kind of inflating. They're bloating these numbers right here for so people choose this instead of going to Optimism or even to other protocols as well. So it is good for us seller because the premium will be higher, will be juicier, and also the IVs are higher, which we like. We do like very high IVs when we sell, and we like low IVs when we buy. So that being said, we have Sleep Moneymaker saying last week's forecast for Ethereum price interval was 1537 and 1755. So that makes 2 months in a row that Ethereum stayed inside this range by Sleep Moneymaker. This week the range is 1440 and 1650. Okay, so this is the range. You can see how tight it is on the top side and very low on the low side. Hence why we're going to be looking at some puts. Okay, so this is what we're going to be looking today to see if it is worth it to sell a put or to sell a call. So right now the furthest out of the money that we have is the 1700. which is $172 above our current price. But for the puts, we have the 1350, which is 189 below our price, and Ethereum would need to go down 189 for us to break even, for us to start. After that, we're gonna get in the red, and for the calls will have to be 172. And on this side, we are at 57 IV with 5 premium, and on this side right here, we are 70 IV with 542 premium. So a little bit more on this side right here. We're going to be looking at the 1400 as well, because the delta here is 16. We have 71 implied volatility to $12.40 in premium. So if we go to calls and we look at this, we also have a between $12 right here, $12.40, and this is $12.90, but here the delta is already at 20, okay? And the IV is a little bit lower. So it is lower than we would like it to be. So let's run a simulation, and this already stays outside of the range, because it is a 1400, and the range that we have from Sleep Moneymaker, it is 1440 all the way to 1650. So the 1650 would be already at the top side of this range. It will be already not inside, but it will be right at the edge of the range, when the 1400 is a little below. And here we have 129 to break even and 146 to break even. So Sleep Moneymaker says, I am waiting for a 1350 put with a premium above 10, since it is further away from the forecast interval and closer to my range of 1.5 to 3% profit per week. Okay, so it needs to pretty much double in value. Let's see how much it is. In the spread is around $2 from buyers to sellers. Yeah, a little over $2 between bid and ask. So yeah, Ethereum will need to fall down a little bit more. If we look right here, the 1515 has a resistance right here that we tested already, but it doesn't mean that it's going to go down. That is not going to go down. We do have another that goes all the way back right here, which is a little below the 1486. Let's take a look at the 4 hours chart. The 4 hours chart looks oversold right here. You can see it got in the oversold area. The RSI for the daily as well, it is going downwards. Sorry, it's going downwards, but we have that 39 resistance right here. Right now it is at 46. The SMA, one side of the SMA is at 46. So my 2 cents here doesn't mean I'm not a genius at analyzing graphs. My 2 cents is that Ethereum is going to fall a little bit more, hence why Sleep Moneymaker wants to wait for an entry. But I do think it will stay above that. So for us, we could even try to risk it, selling a 1650 right here, since we do believe Ethereum is going to go down a little bit more. Or we can try to profit it by getting on the low side, waiting for Ethereum to, let me actually try to wait for Ethereum to do something like this and then to bounce back. And if we enter somewhere right here, we're going to get a very good entry. Or we can just buy a little bit closer right here and wait for Ethereum to just, stay sideways. Horrible drawings, but I'm just trying to express a little bit better the 2 strategies that we have right now. Let me even take a moment to let it all in, sink it in, so I can decide myself, because I always come in unprepared, so I can show you, and we can prepare together. We can look at the graphs together and do these trades together. So if you look right here again, if we sell a call 1650, the delta is very low. It's not really very low, but it is 60. And I do like 71 delta. Here it is 20. Here it is. With this one, we have more or less an 88% chance of it going in our favor. I'm going to show you how to calculate that later. With this one, we actually have a 85, yes. So how do you calculate the POP? There's a ton of ways to calculate POP, which is a probability of profit. Tons of people do that. But the one of the most, not accurate, but one of the most used, the one you see when you open a trade, for example, on your Robinhood account or on your brokerage account, like let's say Tastyworks or Thinkorswim, you're gonna see the POP there. Most of those, they do calculate it by doing delta minus rho. So they get, for example, right here, let me see, sell a put. They get the 16 minus the 4 is going to give them 12, minus 12. And delta is how much we think, what is the probability, what does the market think that is the probability of this option to be in the money by the end of it. So there's a 16% chance just by delta, just by looking at delta, that this option will end up in the money. But when we use rho as well, this end up being a 12% chance. So there's a 98% chance that 88% chance, sorry, that our options will go in our favor. Okay, the POP is this probability of profit. So you calculate this by getting the delta minus the rho, and this will give you the plus the rho in case, because there are two negatives. It will give you the POP that you're looking for. So actually, it is, after doing this, it is way better for us to go for the put right here. We can actually see how much, we can actually just start to see, again, we need to connect the wallet. One second. How much would we make from this strategy? We again put our 1600 right here. And let's say we go, I like the 1350 put. Ermin says we're gonna do the math on that as well. Let's put 3 right here. We can actually go way higher. Let's 3.6. Let's do 4. Wow. Wow. So if we go for the 4, if we go for 4 contracts on the 1400, we can make 50 bucks, which we haven't made in a long time. And we get liquidated at 1300 pretty much. Ethereum at 1300. So by doing some math, we get the 1570. We divide this by the 1600 collateral, 3.1%. That would be amazing, amazing. So we take this in consideration and we look at the 1350, just because with the amount of leverage that we can use, it might be safer to leverage more right here. So we go the 1600 again that we have for collateral, and here we go 4 Let's see 4. We can even go higher. We can go 4.3, 4.4. Okay, so if we go the 4.4, if we go with 4.4 contract right now, we get 24.42 in collateral, which is almost the same that we made last week, but with a very safe delta, 0.9 delta. This delta was almost about to disappear. So we get the 24.37. Divide this by 1600 and we make 1.52% with this trade, which honestly I think is fine. I understand why Sleep Moneymaker wants to wait a little bit more just to get a little bit more premium out of this, to squeeze it a little bit more, get some more juice. But for example, right here, we have a 93% chance of profit. The probability of profit right here is 93%, which is huge. Actually, almost 94%. So I think we should go with this, not wait for better opportunities, because 1.5% is already really good for us. I would take that any day. I know that eventually we will have better entries. I think, as I said, I think Ethereum will do this first right here. Woo, and then it's gonna go up. Let me actually delete this so we don't have to keep looking at it later on. Oh, I'm stupid. So let me delete all these. So we have very high IV, 70 IV, which is great. I love to see it. And good premiums, you know, they for how far out of the money they are. They're really good premiums and a safe delta. So everything that we need from a winning trade. So it's better to win little by little than to win huge amounts or risk it to lose it all. Mortmort says, I did a 1400 put yesterday on Optimism when the premium was higher. 1350 wasn't an option. Did you try looking at Arbitrum? Oh, by the way, if you guys need to bridge your tokens, they do have a built-in bridge powered by Socket, but you're gonna lose a little bit of money with the spread. So if you go to Bungie.exchange right here, Bungie.exchange, let me paste this in chat so you guys can see it. Right here is way better for you. So what you have to do, you just go to SUSD right here, and then you just send it to Arbitrum. Okay, very simple, very fast. I used it, Sleep Moneymaker used it, very fast. It took us like 2 minutes, probably not even 2 minutes, for us to receive the funds on Arbitrum. As I said, I think I've made a video about this. If I didn't, let me show you how you can revoke access to your wallet so that Bungie cannot access. Why would you want to revoke this in the first place? Well, usually these hackers, how they exploit bridges. Once they exploit bridges, they have access to wallets because you approved the token already. So when they have these access, they can go and wipe out your portfolio, wipe out your wallet. So the way you prevent against that, you go to for example, if you're using Optimism, you go to Optimism scan, I think it was, and you go right here to more and token approvals. You're going to connect your wallet right here. Okay, let me actually connect it so I can show that to you. I'm going to switch from Arbitrum to Optimism. Let me do that again. Okay, so once you have this right here, you're just gonna click revoke. Okay, you click revoke and you revoke this right here. You confirm, you pay the gas fees, and it's gonna be revoked. So what does that mean? It means that Bungie, the smart contract in Bungie no longer has access to your SUSD. Okay, meaning that if someone was hacking Bungie as a bridge, they wouldn't have access to your SUSD if they actually got access to all the SUSD contracts that are interacting with Bungie. So this is very good for you to protect your wallet against hacking, some sort of hacking, some sort of exploit on protocols that you interacted with. So use Bungie. Make sure to revoke everything once you need it. If you need to do that, if you are scared to do that, if you have a, let me go to Arbitrum. If you have a Trezor or a Ledger, you don't need to do this because they can pretty much just look into your wallet, but they cannot take anything in and out without having to approve on the wallet itself. So now we have decided right here what we're going to do. Let me actually refresh, see if we have a better or worse price, and we're going to go from there. We're going to sell a call. We're going to sell a put, sorry, right here. I think it was 4.4 contracts. 4.4 contracts, 1600, 2440. Okay, we're gonna sell this put and we're gonna go for our pool. We're gonna take a look at our pool. They said they finally fixed it. We're gonna try it right now. Unfortunately, they're not gonna be migrating so far to Arbitrum. So all these strategies, all these options that we're gonna sell on the D-Hedge pool are gonna be limited. We already sold it, are going to be limited by optimism, by the strikes that we have available on optimism. We switch to networks. We manage the pool. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have to work with here. Okay, so here we don't have the 1350. We only have the 1400, and wow, it was $12 over there on Arbitrum. It was $12 on Arbitrum, and here it's only 6. Yikes. But you can see that because the IV is so low, the delta here is not 20, but the delta here is only 12. But we have a higher row. So don't like it that much here. Only 1650 here. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I really think the 1650 would be right here. Right here. You can see how sometimes the strategy works in one place and we have to change it to the other one, because maybe right now for this we have a 56 and we have a 57.8 and 6.2, 12. This right here is safer. 11, 9. Yeah, we'll have to go with the 1400, but I'm gonna take it very, very safely. I'm not gonna risk that much. Let's see, 4. Let's see how much yield we get with this. So if you go 2386, 87 actually. Divided this by 1800, we get 1.32. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Our liquidation price is 20 below the actual price, so we're very far from getting liquidated in 1 week. I don't think Ethereum will go this low in 1 week. If it starts to go above, like under falling over like 11%, then a close position for a loss. And we don't want to make, we don't want to be too aggressive with this pool right here. This pool, we've been over the pool. We've been making way more than the pool was supposed to, because it was supposed to be making around 7.7% per week, but we have skipped some weeks due to technical issues with the hedge. So this, we're almost doubling here on our goal, and it's good because the other weeks we didn't sell. Sleep Moneymaker says, are you on Arbitrum? No, because this pool is managed by the hedge, and the hedge, it is not on Arbitrum. So we cannot interact with the Lira protocol on Arbitrum using the hedge, which is where I have this public pool right here. So unfortunately, we're limited to optimism for the hedge. When the hedge, or if the hedge goes to Arbitrum, then I'm gonna ask people who invested here, who deposited their money here, to migrate that money. I don't know if they're gonna leave it for us. They're gonna allow me to migrate, or if users need to unstake and then stake it again on Arbitrum. We will see. So let's sell this put right here. Acknowledge, confirm. Let's see if it is gonna allow me to do this for the third time that we tried to sell. Let's see if we can make it this time. So I have to do the signature here with my wallet. Execute put transaction. Let's see if it goes. Success. Perfect. So we have a 12 delta, premium 23.96. Okay. So we are done with the options right here on the hedge. If you have money on the hedge, you already saw what we have for this week. I've posted here for the last time that we weren't able to open it. We're trying to see I'm trying to go around 0.7 per week, or 43 APY per year, which is compounded. So this is done. Let's check out how our portfolio is here on Synquote. Let me switch Arbitrum. This one is already a little bit profitable. This one is going to stay negative for a bit. And I also started, since I will be doing in the future, or in the short future, in the near future, I'll be doing another course, but that is for Sleep Money members only. It's not going to be available to the public, at least I don't have any plans right now, maybe later, about perpetuals. So I started tinkering a little bit with the DeFi protocols that we have right now for perpetuals. I already use perp.com. I use that because they have perpetuals, but they also have delta neutral strategy. So pretty much like Uniswap V3, you can just provide liquidity and keep it inside a range. And the shorter, the more closer the range is, the more you make and yield. It uses perpetual and a V3 model. But I started using GMX and also Gains, G-Trade, you know, just a small amount of money, $10, just throw it in, see how it goes. I'm actually surprised that they only have these few pairs right now, because if you go to G-Trade, if you go to Gains, let me show you, Gains Trade, we have so much to choose from. We have stocks, we have Forex, we have crypto, we have a lot of things to choose from. So there's a lot of possibilities, and some of them you can go, not this, but I know this one, you can go 1000x leverage. Of course, with this, you need to have huge amounts of money. You need to have a big position. But for other things, like for example, I was with Ethereum USD, you can go 150, 200, whatever it is that you're using, which is what I'm doing here on GMX. So let's see how it goes. Whenever the course is ready, I don't have a date. I haven't defined a date with it. So it will be maybe 2 or 3 months in the future. It's not going to be teaching you how to do it. It's going to be showcasing you what is perpetual, what are perpetuals, how do they work, how can you profit in it. But I'm not going to be teaching you how, like, it's not going to be a, hey, get in right now, get out. It's not going to be a nothing like that. It's just going to be an explainer more than anything else. I think this is it. If you guys have any questions, we can move to the question side of our live stream. Otherwise, today's was a really fast live stream, but it was a good one. We went through a lot of stuff: Lira, Synquote, D-Hedge, Bungee, perpetuals, everything. So I am happy with the results. I'm happy with our live stream. So if there's any questions, please let me know. Drop them down right here. Again, thank you for the likes. I see a couple of likes here already. Thank you for the likes. Let me actually already set up our strike for the week. Let me copy this one, clone, unlock the clone. It was a 1350, right? 1350, and it goes all the way to Friday. Friday right here. And we go 1350. And we lock it. So we are currently %11 from the strike that we chose. Okay, I think this is gonna be it. Sleep Moneymaker says, thank you, Everton. One more week, one more awesome stream. Hamon, welcome. Hey, good to have you here, buddy. Guys, if you need anything, please shoot me a DM on Twitter. Have an awesome weekend. Also follow Sleep Moneymaker on Twitter. He's posting amazing content there. He's growing a lot. Help him out reach, grow his followers. So amazing content. And also on YouTube, I don't know if you've been posting on YouTube, if you're still posting on YouTube. If you are, just follow him on YouTube or on Twitter anyways. I guess this is going to be it for today's live stream. Other than that, have an amazing week. I'll see you guys next Friday. As always, if you have any questions, Twitter or Discord, reach out whenever. Other than that, I guess this will be it. Thank you so much. See you.